Hello students, so in this video we are going to continue the revision of lines and angles. So the question number 1 is state the property that is used in each of the following statements. So here in this question we will be given the statements and you have to tell which property that they are using. So first is if A is parallel to B. If A is parallel to B, then angle 1 equal to angle 5. Say this is A, this is B. Now this line is A and this line is B. Now they are saying that if A is parallel to B, then Y angle 1 is equal to angle 5. So here we can say that this is a transversal, and on this transversal we can see that angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. So on this transversal we are having 8 angles, and they are saying that y angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Now here we can see that angle 1 and angle 5 both are lying on a same side of a transversal, and it is a pair which is above a line. The angles which are lying above a line and on the same side, that are known as corresponding angles. So here we can see that these are corresponding angle, are equal, and corresponding angles are those angles which are lying on a transversal on the same side, either above a line or below line. So that's why corresponding angles are equal. The next second part is if angle 4 equal to angle 6, then y A is parallel to B. Now here we can see that angle y is angle 4 equal to angle 6. Now here these two lines are parallel to each other, and angle 4 and angle 6 are lying interior of the both the lines, and they are alternate. Angle 4 is alternate of angle 6. So we can say that because of interior alternate angles, are equal. So because here 4 and 6 both are lying interior of the parallel lines and they are alternate. That means this angle 4 is alternate to angle 6. The angles which are in opposite direction. So that are your interior alternate. Third part is if angle 4 and angle 5, angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180, then A parallel to B. Here because this will be angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180, because interior angles on the same side of transversal sum is 180 degree. So the angles which are lying interior on the same side of a transversal, see here, this is a transversal, and angle 4 and angle 5 both are lying interior of these lines, and their sum is will be always equal to 180. So that's angles, interior angles on the same side of a transversal sum is 180 degree. So that is the reason. This is your question number 1. Number 2. In question number 2, in the adjoining figure, we have to identify. So here, this is your figure, and here, this is your parallel lines, and this is a transversal. So this transversal is making 8 angles on these parallel lines. So we have to identify the angles. So here angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. So first You have to answer pairs of corresponding angles. Now, corresponding angles are the angles which lie on the same side of a transversal, either above a line or below a line. So, corresponding angles, same side of a transversal. So, here same side is, so first pair will be angle 4 and angle 8. So, first is angle 4 and angle 8. This is your first pair, because angle 4 and angle 8, both angles are lying above a line and on the same side. Second pair will be 3 and 7. So angle 3 and angle 7. So this is your one side of a transversal. On second side of a transversal, angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 1 and angle 5. So angle 1 and angle 5 is third pair, and last pair will be angle 2 and angle 6. So these are the pairs of corresponding angles. Now next, pairs of alternate interior angles. Now, alternate interior angles means the interior angles which are lying this in between of these two lines. So here interior alternate pair will be 3 and 5. So first pair will be angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 5. This is 3 and angle 5. Both are interior and they are alternate. So and second pair will be angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. These are your interior alternate angles. Now next, pairs of interior angles on the same side of a transversal. Now we have to tell which pair of interior angles are lying on the same side of a transversal. Interior angles means again the angles which are lying interior of these two lines, that is first pair will be same side. The angles which are lying on the same side are 3 and 8. So angle 3 and angle 8. And second pair will be angle 2 and angle 5. So these are the pairs of interior angles on the same side of a transversal. Next is the vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are those angles which have a common vertex and they are opposite to each other. So angle 1 and angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 3. So angle 1 and angle 3, they are opposite to each other and they have a common vertex. Like second pair will be angle 2 and angle 4. Third pair will be angle 5 and angle 7. And last pair will be angle 8 and angle 6. So these are the pairs of different types of angles. Now question number 3, refer to the figure and name these. So here we can see that this is a figure, and in this figure we have been given a triangle ABC, and ABC, this has been bisected by this line, and this line is parallel to BC. So AB will be a transversal and AC again will be a transversal. So first we have taken transversal AB. When we taken transversal AB, on this transversal we can see we are having this angle 8, 5, 9, 6 and 7. So first we have to tell alternate angles taking transversal AB. So the alternate angles that will be going in opposite direction, that is 9 and 7. So alternate angle will be angle 9 and angle 7. So 9 is here and 7 is here. That is, one is outside, one is inside, and they are alternate to each other. That is angle 9 and 7. Next is corresponding angle. So corresponding angle will be the angles which are on the same side of a parallel lines, but on a either above a line or below line. So here this line is parallel to this line. So angle 5 is line above a line and 7 is also line above a line. So corresponding angles are angle 5 and angle 7. After this, we have to tell co-interior angles. These co-interior angles are the angles which are lying between the two parallel lines. That is, this line is parallel to this line, and angle 6 and angle 7 are line interior of two lines. So that will be co-interior angles will be angle 6 and angle 7. So 6 and 7 both are lying on the same side of a transversal and they are line interior. That is co-interior angles. Next is vertical angles. Vertical angles are those angles which are going in opposite direction and have common vertex. This is a vertex, and angle 8 and angle 6 is your first pair. Angle 8 and angle 6. This is your first pair, and 5 and 9 they are again going in opposite direction and have a common vertex. Angle 5 and angle 9. So this is your vertical angles. Now we are going to take a transversal AC. Transversal AC is this, and again we can see here this transversal is forming a line. So alternate angles will be 11 and 4. So 11 is outside and 4 is interior, and they are going in reverse direction. So it will be angle 4 and angle 11. Angle 4 is inside and angle 11 is outside. Both pair will be alternate angles. Next is corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are those angles which are lying on the same side of a transversal, either above a line. So here you can see that this is parallel lines, this is a transversal. So angle 2 and angle 4 are lying on the same side of a transversal. So it will be angle 2 and angle 4. Angle 2 and angle 4 is corresponding angles. After that, you have to tell vertical angles. Now vertical angles are those we are taking transversal AC. So this is our transversal AC, and angles which have a common vertex and going opposite direction is angle 3 and angle 10. This is your first pair, and angle 2 and 11. Angle 2 and angle 11. So these are your vertical angles. And last is co-interior angles. This is your parallel line. Angles which are lying on the same side of and which are interior, that is 3 and 4. So it will be angle 3 and angle 4. So in this way we can name the angles in a transversal wise. So first we have taken transversal AB and then we have taken transversal AC. So in this way we can name the angles. So now in question number 4, find the value of x in falling if L is parallel to L. So in this figure we can see that your L is parallel to M, and here this line is making an angle of 100 degree and 80 degree, and this line is making an angle of x. So that we have to find out. So here, to find out angle x will be equal to 100 degree. Why? Because this line is parallel to this line, and both 100 degree and x degree are lying above a line. So this is also above a line, this is also above a line, and both of them are lying on the same side of a this is 100 degree and x both are lying above a line and same side of a transversal, so that's why it is because of corresponding angle, that is angles lie on the parallel lines. That's why angle x equal to 100 degree. Now question number 5. In the given figure below, decide whether L is parallel to N. So here in this figure we have to tell whether L is parallel to N. So here angle L is making an angle of 98 degree and angle N is making an angle of 70 degree, and N is your transversal. So here we can see that your 98 is lying with interior of the two parallel lines, that is 98 degree interior angles, and 72 degree is lying outside, that is exterior angle. So here first we can say that let this second interior angle be x. So first we can take this x, that is both are 90 degree and angle x. We have to take this unknown angle as x. Let unknown interior angle be x. So 90 degree and x, they both are now interior angles. Now we can apply the property here. So angle x will be equal to 72 degree. Angle x will be equal to 72 degree because both the angles are having a common vertex and they are opposite to each other. So the reason will be vertically opposite angles. So that's why angle x equal to 72 degree. Now here, now x is 72 degree. Now we can see that angle x plus 98 degree will be equal to 180 degree because angles lie on the same side of the interior, whose sum is 180 degree. So angles lie on the same side of the interior whose sum is always 180 degree. So angle x is 70 degree, angle plus 98 should be equal to 70 degree, 180 degree. So here we have put the value of x, that is 70 degree. Now add on the left hand side. When you add on the left hand side, it will come 80 degree equal to 180 degree. So both the sides are coming equal. That's why we can say that therefore angle L is parallel to N because of co-interior angle sum is 180 degree. Now question number 6. Find x in following. So here in this sum we can see that PQ is parallel to RS. PQ is parallel to RS, and this is your transversal, and this transversal is making one angle as exterior, that is 2x plus 15 degree, and one interior angle as x plus 15 degree. So this is your exterior, this is your interior angles. Now we have to find out the value of x here. So here we can see that this E and this having a common vertex. So here we can bring this angle inside. So here angle E will be equal to 2x plus 15 degree, and reason will be this both are having a common vertex and they are opposite to each other, that is vertically opposite angle. So angle E equal to 2x plus 15. Now here this 2x and plus 15 and this both are your interior angles, and these interior angles are lying on the same side of a transversal. So we can say that 2x plus 15 degree plus x plus 15 degree will be equal to 180 degree. Angles on the same side in the interior, and sum is 180 degree. So the angles on the same side in the interior, sum is always 180 degree. This is 180 degree. So here on the left hand side we can add the like terms 2x and x. These are your like term. Plus 15 degree plus 15 degree equal to 180 degree. So 2x plus x gives you 3x. 15 plus 15 gives you 30 degree equal to 180 degree. So first we take 30 degree on the right hand side. 3x equal to 180 minus 30 degree. So 3x equal to 150 degree. Now 3x means 3 multiplied by x. So to find out the value of x, 3 will go in the divide of 150 degree, and x value will be, when you divide this by 3 you will get 50 degree. So in this way we can find out the value of x here. So these are the questions I've done in the examples, and I am giving you the question based on all these examples in your worksheet. Thank you.